I'm Jeff Philbin, and this is Dinner DeeAs. And this is normally when I tell you what we're making, but today, here's what we're not cooking up. Meat or dairy. We're making a Bolognese, but vegan version. And even our own whipped ricotta cheese, but plant-based. Joining me to help make this meat-free meal is Max Blowers from Good Intentions in St. Pete, where everything is 100% vegan, and they say nothing is off limits when it comes to the creativity of our dishes. Most people tend to think eating vegan means cutting back, less choices for what to eat. Max, that's not the case at all. And before you go even further, welcome to the Dinner DeeAs kitchen, my friend.
Thank you so
excited
much.
for this.
I am so happy to be here.
But like vegan kind of gets that rap, like you gotta trade everything away.
Well, you know, it's vegan cuisine has evolved so much in just the last few years, and there's so many more opportunities to eat well, healthy, or not sometimes. And our restaurant, we really want to focus on the variety and the innovation that we've seen in the space. And you know, it's almost like I tell people, like it's a footnote of our restaurant.
Okay.
It's not so much like in your face.
Sure.
You know, I'm not gonna shove a bowl of granola in your face. Like
it's kind of easing them into it all,
Yeah.
because today Max is making what he describes as a great entry point into vegan cooking, a mushroom bolognese and later a vegan whipped ricotta, both of which you've said actually wins over the skeptics of vegan food. Like this is the entry point into it.
Yeah, so we get a fair amount of skeptics. You know, we get a first date who didn't know that they were coming to a vegan restaurant,
Yeah.
maybe, and you know, you get that, I don't know, there's no meat, I need some meat, and I'm
Sure.
like, relax, you know, it's not contagious. That's always my line I give them. I'm like, it's not contagious.
Okay.
Sit down, try it, you're gonna like it.
It's just a great alternative. So what do we have to do first then?
All right, first what we're gonna do, we need to toast some spices.
Okay.
We've got fennel seeds and red pepper flakes there. We just wanna get some of the flavor, the bloom out. And then also, I'm gonna be pulsing 2 batches of mushrooms into this food processor here.
What type of mushroom do you like to use for this dish?
I like to use these creminis or the baby bellas.
Yep.
You can use a white button. You can use some shiitakes. But these are great because you really want something that's going to be hearty and kind of take the place of that meat in a traditional.
Okay, very nice.
So I find these to do that very well. I'm going to see if I can get them all in here.
I can already start smelling like the fennel right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of already coming alive.
The fennel is, I think, a great ingredient in this too, because that's what you season so many meats traditionally with, and that's where you almost kind of trick your mind.
You trick your mind. That's a great way to say it.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna pulse this down pretty finely. Making somewhat, you know, as the culinary world would say, you're almost building a duxelle.
Okay,
you know?
that's kind of what I'm getting the vibe for, but really for the purpose of this dish, this is like the alternative to the ground beef here. You're trying to almost make a ground beef, but with mushrooms.
Yeah, so you want a pretty finely ground mushroom. If there's some big pieces, it's okay. And if there's some stuck in there, it's gonna be fine. How are those smelling over there?
Really, really nice. In fact, I think
Perfect.
they're going to be perfect just to pull them right now from the heat before they go a little bit too far. So,
all right, now back into this. Put that back on. We're gonna dump those into here. Those can kind of go in at any point, either with the mushrooms.
Okay.
Now I've diced up, really roughly chopped, 1 carrot and an onion. Again, what's nice is like the food processor does like all of the work.
All the work for it.
You know, if you want to sit there and finally chop that onion, go ahead. But you want it to be small. Again, you're trying to recreate that kind of ground meat. So we're gonna get this going, just a few seconds.
so what are you looking for here?
All right, we want this to be pretty finely chopped. That's
Okay.
why I say it's best in the food processor, because we want the fine vegetables to really kind of melt into the sauce.
That
We don't want it-
uniformity behind it. Okay.
So now, if we want to throw a little oil in that big pan over there, this is all going to go and start cooking. Perfect. So we got our mushrooms. Oh yeah.
To give meat and dairy a day off in your kitchen, grab the recipes Max is making at our website, dinnerdeas.com. Just get your phone, point at the TV to scan the QR code in the bottom left corner of the screen. Just hold the phone so it sees the box in frame and in focus, and a link to us will pop up on your phone. All right, so we got the mushrooms now marrying together with those onions and carrots. Again, uniform.
Yeah, you want a uniform texture. We're going to hold off on a lot of seasoning yet because we've got a lot to build on this, and we don't want to over salt too soon or anything like that. What we're really looking for right now is to get as much moisture out of this as possible.
Very cool.
Because those mushrooms hold a lot of water.
All right, very good. While we finish this up, we're taking a quick break. When we come back, we do dairy without dairy as we literally whip up some ricotta ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. We're making a meal without meat today. A mushroom bolognese with Max Flowers from St. Pete's 100% vegan restaurant, Good Intentions. Before the break, we toasted up some fennel seeds and red pepper flakes, the kind of spices you use with meat. Then ground down some mushrooms in our food processor, followed by roughly chopped carrots and onions. Adding in our spices, then got all our ground down veggies cooking down with some olive oil to get the moisture out of the mushrooms. And you could see it when we had them before, a lot of steam. Now it's like very little. So it's really taking all that moisture out.
Yeah, you're getting these little brown bits. It is ground down brown time. It is delicious.
Ooh, I like that part of it all.
I was trying to copy you. I was just
I like that. Now, I see a lot of things, you know, over here, and like you've kind of got in my head like ricotta cheese. So I know the taste, I know the flavor, I know the consistency. I'm seeing a lot of things that we know that have to go into this, but there's no milk, okay?
No.
There's no true.
Yeah,
What do we got here then?
So this is by far, I think, our most popular thing at the restaurant, believe it or not. And it is the most simple. But when people come and they ask, you know, what's your favorite thing? I was like, get the whipper pie. Just get it
and try
it.
it.
Cheese and toast sounds simple.
So what do we got then?
All right, so it is tofu based. So we've got a firm tofu, a package of that. We've got soy milk. We've got nutritional yeast.
And that is like totally like a flavor bomb in itself.
It
that like
really is.
Now I'm walking down Publix, and like at my Publix in particular, like they've made it so prominent, like eat, try, go, like.
Yeah, it's a cool ingredient. It's an inactive yeast that it really has like that umami bomb.
Yeah.
It's like people use it in place of a Parmesan. You can use
it's got funkiness behind it too.
That's where we're gonna get the funk from the ricotta cheese. That's where that flavor is gonna come from.
Super cool.
And a little olive oil. I've got some roasted garlic that we pre-roasted. You can buy it like that, or just put some olive oil, throw it in the oven for a few minutes. You want a soft garlic though for this. You don't want it to be raw. That will not be the most fun.
Okay.
And then salt and pepper, and then some lemon juice and lemon zest.
Love it. All right,
So-
let's put this all in together then.
Back to my old friend, the food processor. It's all at once in the food processor. That's it. So we've got our garlic. How those looking over there?
Really good. Smelling really nice. The colors are really starting to deepen a little bit.
Get those little toasty bits there.
That's what I'm saying. It's got that crumbled like beef kind of look and feel to it right now.
All right, we got our salt, a little pepper. I love this because you just dump it and you're done. Like it's so simple. All right, little lemon juice, about a half a lemon's worth. And then finally a little lemon zest.
Okay.
That's where the real brightness is going to come from.
Oh, I love it.
All right. And that's it. Into the processor.
And then what should it truly look like? Like, what are we really getting towards?
You're really looking for, like now you can see in this, it's almost a smooth white band. You want it to be a thick, whipped, like a ricotta. You know, when you open up a ricotta cheese package, it's going to be thick and velvety. Oh yeah, you almost want it to look like a hummus.
Like a hummus then. So very smooth, but everything from where that tofu could have been, those crumbles, gone.
Gone. So you can see, get some of this off of here. Put that in there. What we're left with is this just beautiful, thick, truly looks like whipped ricotta. I'm gonna save a little of this for later.
Okay.
I'll tell you about that
Okay.
after the fact. But yeah, this is it.
Oh, you want to have a taste here? Now, what do we got next to us here?
So now, at the restaurant, we serve it with a little pistachio pesto
Okay.
in the center. But if you're doing this at home, pick your favorite condiment. Like my mom loves that red pepper jelly.
Yeah.
On it, that would be amazing on this
Okay.
too. Tofu.
It's creamy. It's smooth. It's got that little bit of that tang part to it there, if you will.
Yeah.
The funkiness coming through. Dude, that's a really great alternative right there.
Yeah, I think that really wins people over at the restaurant. It's just, and a lot of times, most people don't even understand that it's tofu. It's
I love it.
You think maybe nuts, something else.
Yeah. It's winning people over at the restaurant, and it's going to win you the award here by grabbing the recipe to whip up your own ricotta at our website, dinnerdeals.com, where we also have Max's recipe for the mushroom bolognese that we're about to finish up. Just scan the QR code down there to find us on your phone. Okay.
All right, so this is looking pretty good. So now we're going to build this sauce up. What I'm going to do is make a little well in the middle here.
Okay.
And you've got over there, if you would please.
Sure.
There's some chopped garlic.
Okay, go
Nice
straight in the
fine-
middle?
Right in the middle there. We're just doing this little well just so we can kind of cook off this garlic and make sure we don't get any raw bits floating
Sure.
around. Some rosemary. And then finally, some tomato paste, well, about a tablespoon or so. Just
Okay.
a nice heaping spray. Perfect.
Okay.
And this, again, we're just gonna cook this in the center here just to get any of the raw flavor out of this and kind of bloom that tomato paste.
Absolutely. That's going to bring such a beautiful umami behind it. This looks fantastic already. We got to take another quick break, though, while our food gets even more fragrant than it already is right now. When we come back, you want to get nuts? Come on. Let's get nuts. And also finish this dish. Ahead on Dinner Diaz. Welcome back to Dinner Diaz with an idea for dinner that's free. Well, free of meat and dairy anyways. Making a mushroom bolognese and a vegan whipped ricotta with Max Blowers from St. Pete's Good Intentions restaurant. Before the break, we whipped up our homemade vegan ricotta cheese, combining tofu, roasted garlic, a little soy milk, salt, pepper, some nutritional yeast, olive oil, and a little lemon juice and the lemon zest. Let the food processor do all the work for us, serving it up with a little pesto and saving some to serve with our bolognese, which we added to with garlic, rosemary, and tomato paste. And let those flavors come together during the break, and they really are alive. Like, I can smell everything right now that's like working for me.
Yeah, this is looking perfect right now. We've got those granular bits. With that tomato paste is starting to bind everything. And that's going to be the secret to thickening all this.
And optically speaking, like if I was to be coming into the kitchen right now and like, hey honey, what's for dinner? I'm looking over. It's like, oh yeah, we're making bolognese. It's like, oh great, the ground beef looks really good right now too.
Exactly, that's exactly what it looks
It really
like.
does have that look. So what's next?
My favorite part, wine.
The wine. You gotta cook with what you drink with what you cook with, right?
Exactly. Obviously, if you're averse to wine or don't want to use alcohol, a little veggie broth will be perfect in this. You just need something to deglaze the pan.
Love it.
And add the richness of the flavor. So it's about a cup or so. So we're gonna get that going. So I've got a can of crushed tomatoes.
Okay.
Just a single can. That's gonna go right in. We've got some walnuts. Actually, a friend of mine, when I was building this recipe, she was like, throw some walnuts in there. You'll really get a little meatiness.
Okay.
It wasn't in my plan, but my friend, shout out to my friend Maddie, who does a lot of vegan cooking, said throw some walnuts in.
Way to go, Maddie. All right, let's see how this goes now. All right.
So the walnuts, and that's going to be a nice little addition of protein as well as the texture. It's just it's going to give that toothiness that you want.
Love it.
A little soy sauce. And then my little secret, a little brown sugar.
Okay.
Again, we're not gonna sweeten this. You're not gonna taste
Sure.
it.
I absolutely love it. Grab the recipe for this Bolognese plus the ricotta we made earlier at dinnerdeals.com. Just scan the QR code in the corner of the screen to follow along on your phone. All right, so while these flavors all come alive over here.
Just gonna give a little salt and pepper real quick, just to taste.
Okay.
Because again, we've already got that soy sauce. And now we're gonna dump our bucatini into some salted water.
Okay.
Yes.
And you like the bucatini for this dish?
Love the bucatini. I love that bucatini pasta in general right now. It just seems to be having a moment. Every restaurant in town has it. Because you get the best. You get a spaghetti, but it's a straw. So it's gonna cling, suck up all the flavors of that sauce.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Good.
And you will too. And if you venture into vegan cooking with the recipes from today's show, send us a photo. That's what Sherry did. She's watching in Pinellas Park. Hey, Sherry. She emailed dinnerdeals@fox.com when she made the chicken lo mein idea for dinner shared by Chef Allison Zildjian. Sherry said, it was delicious. I added bamboo shoots and bean sprouts. Yummy. Thank you. Sherry, get down with your bad self on that one, because that looks absolutely fantastic.
Oh, Sherry.
Sherry, you did really good on that one, too. So I hope that you could trade in lo mein for a little bit of the bucatini over here and have this vegan Bolognese, because it's going to be really that good. One last break to take while our pasta does its thing. When we come back, how to finish up our vegan version of Bolognese ahead on Dinner Diaz. Welcome back to Dinner Diaz, where we've traded the meat and Bolognese for mushrooms, but without trading away flavor. Thanks to Max Blowers from St. Pete's 100% vegan restaurant, Good Intentions. Before the break, we added some wine to our Bolognese to help deglaze the pan. Then added crushed tomatoes, a last-minute addition of some walnuts, soy sauce, brown sugar, and a little salt and pepper. Then put our bucatini pasta on to cook, and it's done its thing. So
it has done its thing. Pasta is ready. This is looking perfect. And when you're dealing with a sauce like this, where you're going right into the pan, it's almost better that it's verging on dry, because it's gonna get water from the pasta.
We can adjust that and it's gonna carry that over.
So this is looking great.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. So we're gonna take our gorgeous bucatini all over the place. And this water is gonna thin this sauce and bring it all together.
I love it.
Yes, oh my gosh.
And you can see with the bucatini too, it kind of plumped up a little bit where it's like, you know,
It
now
does.
you're getting that whole like, the two-part to it all, where it's just like, hey, I just want to party. I want to bring on some of that flavor right now.
They really are. They're like little straws for your pasta sauce. All right, that's a majority of that in there, so we'll get this going. And just keeping it on a little low heat, we're gonna move this around, and just to make sure it's nicely tossed. Get all this sauce in there. It looks like I might need a little extra of this pasta water. That's gonna be your biggest crutch.
And that's flavor right here. I mean, you get all the starches from the pasta, you get all of that salt, all that flavor. Like, don't just immediately throw it away. Like, have it to your side.
Always
ladle it as you're going, because right here you can help thin it out.
Yeah, because you can see now it's starting to
rehydrate in some areas.
Toss really nicely. Yeah, this is looking great. So we just want to get it coated all over evenly. I love doing it this way. It takes a little extra, couple minutes, but it's so much better than just dumping sauce onto plain pasta.
Yeah.
Whenever I see that, it drives me crazy.
It's kind of like I hate to say it, folks, but it's kind of the lazy way out, because it's just like you get like a bite of the sauce in all those flavors, a bite of the pasta, but there's nothing that's in harmony sometimes together. You're like, bring it all together.
Because those last few minutes that this pasta is still cooking, it's absorbing all the sauce.
Exactly.
And yeah, this is looking perfect. All right. I love it. Get all these little bits here.
Oh yeah, you can't leave that one left behind there.
Bits. All right. So let's see. Get my tools here.
Now we plate this bad boy
We're
up.
gonna plate this bad boy up. I'm gonna try not to make a mess of your kitchen doing it in the process. There we go.
Oh, look at that.
All right, now, as I said before,
Yeah.
I saved a little of the whipped ricotta. This is what we do at the restaurant,
Okay.
and I think it's just a really nice way to richen up this dish.
Okay.
Just a little dollop of the whipped ricotta.
Very cool.
Right on top of the pasta. It's gonna just kind of give it that creamy
Yeah.
texture. And then finally, this is a vegan Parmesan cheese that we use, again, at the restaurant. Just a little extra flavor.
Oh, that looks so good.
That's about it.
Grab the recipe for this bolognese and the ricotta at dinnerdeas.com, where we also have a link to Good Intentions. And if you visit, Max might be the one that's making a cocktail, my friends. So just between us and maybe everyone else that's watching, what's the cocktails that we should be ordering then? What's the best one to you, Max Blowers?
I hate to pick favorite children. I love all of my cocktails. That is my domain there. But it has been said in print that we have one of the best espresso martinis in town.
Right there.
A lot of people claim it.
Okay. Well, then espresso martinis for everybody, and the round's on. Well, the round's on you. I'm Jeff Philbin. See you next time with more ideas for dinner, as we call them, Dinner Dias.